Beneath the murky waters of Alexandria, archaeologists have uncovered something no historian ever expected. A floating palace, a vessel so vast and luxurious it could only belong to one person, the queen whose name history tried to erase. But what was done on this boat was never meant for the eyes of the world. The sun hangs low over Alexandria, casting a golden glow on the Mediterranean waters. But beneath the surface, the past waits silently. Hidden for millennia, it was here, near the ruins of what scholars believe was Cleopatra VII's royal harbor, that divers stumbled upon something extraordinary, a vessel unlike any other. At first glance, it looked like a simple shipwreck, yet its scale and design were unlike anything ever seen in Roman-era Egypt. Measuring over 100 feet long, constructed from rare imported woods and reinforced with bronze fittings, the ship's sheer size suggested it was not meant for mere transport. This was a floating palace, a barge designed for a queen who wanted the world to notice, yet conceal its deepest secrets. The first pieces brought to the surface were dazzling: gilded furniture, intricately carved ivory panels, and remnants of vibrant fabrics that shimmered even after thousands of years underwater. Archaeologists could hardly believe their eyes, but there was something unsettling. Amidst the luxury, the boat was strangely intact. No ordinary shipwreck could survive this long with so much preserved. This raised questions no one was prepared to answer. Why was this vessel submerged, and what purpose had it truly served? This wasn't just a royal yacht, it was a stage for rituals, secrets, and perhaps even power plays that could rewrite history. The artifacts painted a picture of opulence and extravagance: gold cups, ceremonial daggers, and even imported spices from Arabia and India suggested that this barge was a floating extension of the palace itself. Cleopatra, it seemed, wanted her influence to reach not only her kingdom, but the very waters of Alexandria. Among the treasures, a small golden amulet caught the attention of researchers, engraved with symbols no one could immediately decipher. It hinted at knowledge meant only for the queen and her closest confidants. Scholars speculated it could relate to secret rituals or political pacts. Historians have long portrayed Cleopatra as a seductress, a queen who relied on her charm and allure. But the evidence from this vessel tells a different story. Here was a ruler who understood the power of spectacle, secrecy, and strategy. Every ornament, every chamber, every corridor was meticulously designed to impress and to conceal. The barge's layout was unlike any other known. Private chambers that could host intimate gatherings, ceremonial halls for religious rites, and hidden passages that allowed discreet movement across the vessel. Among these treasures, one object was found that hints at something so shocking it may force historians to question everything they thought they knew about Cleopatra's reign. As divers continued to explore, the boat revealed secrets beyond imagination: pools of water once lined with gold, platforms for feasts and performances, and walls decorated with symbols of gods and celestial bodies. All spoke of rituals that blended religion, politics, and pleasure. Some scholars suggest that Cleopatra may have hosted not only royalty, but also secretive religious orders on this vessel. Could it have been a space where knowledge of the stars, sacred geometry, or forbidden rites was exchanged? Then there were the inscriptions. Faint carvings hinted at codes, messages that only initiates could understand. Could this barge have been a repository of knowledge? A place where the queen and her circle plotted, performed, or even experimented with powers beyond ordinary perception? The design of the vessel itself seems deliberate, almost architectural in its secrecy. Hidden compartments and chambers suggested that the boat's true purpose was never meant to be fully understood, doors shunned by outsiders. And yet, the most fascinating secret of this vessel doesn't appear in any scrolls or coins. It's hidden in the very design of the boat itself, a message intended only for the initiated. Cleopatra's public persona as the lover of Julius, Caesar and Mark Antony overshadows the full scope of her genius. She was a ruler who played the delicate game of politics with unmatched precision, manipulating perception while consolidating power. This pleasure boat offers a glimpse into that side of her reign, a ruler who understood that luxury could serve as both weapon and shield. Every detail, from the imported woods to the gold fixtures, broadcast status, sophistication, and authority. But the boat also raises questions that may never be answered. Were the gatherings strictly political, strictly religious, or something far stranger? Was the queen experimenting with rites, knowledge, or pleasures deliberately hidden from the world above? Comparison to other vessels of the era shows that nothing comes close. This barge was unique, crafted with intent, luxury, and secrecy in mind. Yet, despite its opulence, many aspects remain unknowable. What the rest of the harbor hides could completely rewrite our understanding of ancient power, pleasure, and the queen who dared to rule it all. But will we ever find it? Today, fragments of the vessel lie in museums, tantalizing glimpses of the lost floating palace. Yet, most of it remains underwater, where secrets are preserved in darkness. Scholars and archaeologists continue to debate what exactly occurred on this vessel, what messages were encoded into its design, and who else knew of them. Some say the boat may have been deliberately sunk to hide its secrets, or perhaps it sank accidentally, but others whisper that it was meant to disappear an offering to the gods, a floating enigma that only time could keep. The story of Cleopatra's pleasure boat is not merely about luxury, it's about power, secrecy, and knowledge lost to time. And as long as the Mediterranean keeps its secrets, the full story remains just out of reach. What was truly done on this floating palace? Who else was involved? And what has remained hidden beneath the waters for centuries? The answers may never surface, but the Queen's secrets are still waiting, somewhere in the depths. If this story of Cleopatra's lost pleasure boat fascinated you, don't let these secrets vanish into the depths. Please like this video, share it with fellow history explorers, and subscribe to Fable and Stories for more shocking discoveries from the past that the world wasn't meant to see.